the Rout Labour's there. There's the, I'm in a pub trying to get cannabis legalised. Oh, Dr. Green's in the house there. No to Poirier, no to seabed mining, and a whole of a few top placards here. Now, immigration, that was the other thing for we asked, you responded. I want to ask you, what's the right number? It's quite extraordinary. It's 72,000 people coming into the country. Brett, what's the right number?
The right number is that it supports our growing export industry, such as international education. It's a $4.5 billion export industry, 33,000 Kiwis employed in that.
So it could be 100,000?
Well, it could be with the amount that we can actually educate that want to come to New Zealand to receive a quality education.
What's the right number, Greg?
We reckon it's about 30,000 less than now. Recently, the Wellington City Council advertised for a basic job. They got 45,000 expressions of interest. We don't want all them to come in here, so that accepts that we do know what everyone that wants to come to New Zealand doesn't get to come here.
What's the right number, Golriz?
I think talking about immigration with arbitrary numbers is absolutely the wrong approach.
Why?
It's about people here.
It's about human beings. It's about who we can support, who wants to come here.
No, it's about infrastructure. It's about our hospital.
Who we can
It's about
accommodate.
investing in
That's
people.
what it's about. That's what it's about.
It's about who we can accommodate. That's what
It's about our growing infrastructure. So what's the right number?
There is no such thing as an arbitrary number when it comes to immigration. We need to invest in people again in this country.
Well, should we let them all in?
Well, 20.
No, no one's letting them all in, Greg.
As soon as
The
you
choice
accept,
isn't between an arbitrary number and should we let them all in.
you need a limit.
No.
Labour's number would cripple the international
We need
education
nuanced
market.
policy. We need nuanced policy that focuses on people. We know immigrants are good for New Zealand. This is a country built on immigrants.
What we can accommodate.
Damien?
So one of the things we're lacking, and this is one of the issues, we need to have a 10-year population plan, 20-year population plan. We need to be looking forward and saying, where do we want to be in 10 years' time?
Where does United Future want to be in 10 years?
We want to be a growing economy. We want to be a
What's
strong
the number?
economy.
Here,
we don't know the number.
Well, I'll give you the numbers. 2013, 41,000. 2014, 60,000. Next year, 69,000. Last year, 72,000. But it's extraordinary.
But a third of those are returning Kiwis. Are we saying we don't want those? But under Labour, all we're going to take is returning Kiwis. We're not going to get any new immigrants coming into this country. We need those immigrants coming into this country.
No.
Under 30,000 we are, Greg.
The immigrants are going to go to the right places as well, because they're actually going to go to the regions. At the moment, they're piling into Auckland.
Right.
Way over capacity for
and
Auckland.
Brett, Golriz.
Any party that talks about immigration using arbitrary numbers is appealing to the politics of fear and division. We need solutions for our problems, like the housing problem, that talk about the actual solutions, the hard solutions like capital gains tax.
You hear what Golriz say? You hear what she's saying?
I don't agree with the CGT, but the immigration side. If you want to cull 30,000 off that, there are only two places you can do it. International education, you'd knock a third off that. That's 10,000, 11,000 jobs you wipe out. Haven't heard an answer from Labour about what they'll do. But the other one is the working visas, Wallace. And that would impact Kiwis getting their OEs, because if we stopped young people coming to New Zealand for working holidays,
your
it would affect our kids as well.
Party flip-flopped on this issue big time.
Yeah.
Your party flip-flopped, didn't you?
Yeah.
You went to the regions, you went to hospitality. Hospitality turned around and said to you, you know what? We need these people in. You know?
We do. We're a growing economy. We need skills and people to fill those
when you're on the
jobs.
doorstep knocking on the doors, a lot of the people who come from these countries that we're talking about, they are the ones that see the rip-off going on in their own countries. They're saying, what are you doing about the rip-off where people are being oversold this, coming here, being told that they'll be able to stay, paying a lot of money to do it. That's what I'm hearing from people
overwhelming majority of immigrants are from England and South Africa.
All right, Golriz.
Overwhelming majority of immigrants that come to New Zealand are actually from South Africa and England. We're not.
Are they?
Yeah. They are.
They are.
And the number that of overseas investors that contribute to the housing prices, 4%. Let's focus on our real problems.
Right.
Let's focus on our real problems.
Does it, around the panel, should it matter where our immigrants come from? Should they at least buy into our way of life? Damien.
But our way of life is being immigrants. We are a diverse, multicultural country.
What
so
about
no,
you?
it shouldn't.
Someone says behind here, no, we're not. Who said that?
It's me.
Okay. May Reedy?
We are Māori first. We are tangata whenua. And yes, people coming into this country should be learning about tangata whenua, about te reo. So we are not all immigrants. In fact, the first immigrant document was the Treaty of Waitangi. And look what happened to that. Look how we were treated when we embraced the manaakitanga, when we embraced all the new immigrants then. Did we get any help for that? Did we get any thanks? No, we did not.
That's a good. What do you think of that, Golriz?
I would love to see immigrants and tangata whenua entering into a closer dialogue, and I want to introduce compulsory te reo in schools. Of course, we need the Treaty o Waitangi to be a living constitutional document for this country, including when it comes to immigration.
Okay, well, very good. All right, let's go to Charlotte.
Yeah, I've got Risha Nahara from the People's Party. Now, your party's all about supporting immigrants into New Zealand, right?
First of all, let me clarify that we're not talking more immigrant. We're talking the people, like we need to treat the people, like human beings.
Yeah.
What is happening in the National Party recently, you look, the statistics tells, within 1 year they changed the rule for the students. They took their money, they came here, and they studied it, and now they're refusing them to the visa. Statistics don't tell lies. You can say anything. Within 1 year, 87% used to get the work visa, now only 37% got. So they have taken their money, which have been backstabbed to them. That's the first part. We need to treat people equally. And okay, if you want to reduce a number, take that number in future. But the people who are already here, you need to treat them as a human being. And that's what is the main issue for me is, that you are not treating the people who are already here equally.
And the current government is not supporting the people who are already here.
Now, that's what it is all about it. The current government has been backstabbing and backtracking the people. It's like a backstabbing to somebody. That's what they've done it.
Should we let in more migrants then?
It's not a question of letting more migrants. If you need more migrants, you let them, that's government to decide. But what I'm saying, when the people come here, they should be treated fairly. That's what they are. They should be treated as human beings. They don't treat them like scaremongering things. It's the government let them come, and why do you have to treat them badly? They should be treated equally. That's what is the whole issue about it.
Absolutely.
All right.
We're not talking about we bring more people and more people. That's a separate issue.
All right, hey,
But
Charlotte.
we're not treating them equally.
Charlotte, hey, go around the audience. This is very interesting. What do you think about this particular issue?
All right, I'm going to sneak in behind you.
Sneak it behind.
Do you think we should bring in, allow more migrants into New Zealand?
Yes.
Do we treat the current ones well, do you think?
No.
We don't treat them well.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, I think we should allow our migrants to come in. There's jobs that have to be done. We have to make sure that there's skills to match, that there's jobs to match. We need to make sure that Kiwis who are already here, especially those on the lowest rungs of the ladder, are not being pushed even further down. And
Where are you from?
I'm originally from the United States, but I'm actually a Green Party candidate for Waitaki. So we definitely need migrants, but we have to make sure that it's sustainable, that it's not hurting our own population.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.